So Ivan, what do you have to say about the first law?
Okay. The first law is that if objects are still, they'll stay still, but if objects are in motion, they'll stay in motion, unless acted upon by unbalanced forces.
That's true, Ivan. So, an example would be an object sitting on the floor. As you can see, it doesn't move because of balanced forces. But if I add an unbalanced force, like me pushing it over, it will move over.
Another example is if we were in space, like we are right now, if you throw an object, it'll keep going forever and ever until it hits something, because there is no unbalanced forces acting on it to stop or slow it down.
Like if I throw Ivan's phone.
Wait, what?
It'll keep going and going. The reason why this only happens in space is that there is no air resistance or friction in space, unlike on Earth.
The second law is that force is mass times acceleration.
An example would be if you try to push an empty box in a box full of stuff, it would take more force to push the box full of stuff because it has more mass. As demonstrated here, this box has nothing in it, and I can just walk into it and it'll move with ease. On the other hand, this box, with placeholders for something that'll soon be otherwise, it's super hard to push it, especially because I'm not using my hand.
Another example would be if you try to move a moving object in the other direction, it would take more force than it would to move the same object if it wasn't moving. This is because this object has more acceleration.
The third law is that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, but the same momentum and velocity.
An example would be a rocket flying up into space. The force goes down, but the rocket goes up. An example would be a rocket flying up into space. The force goes down, but the rocket goes up.
Another example would be a raft. When I paddle, I push backwards to go forward, like this.